Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. I'm going to show you what to do next. So we're going to transition from talking about careers to talking about how to manage money. Okay, that's called financial literacy. We're going to use an online learning platform to do that called Everfi. Okay, and that website is everfi.net. And if you check Google Classroom, you'll see that I have shared a link to the website. So everfi.net. Notice it's .net, it's not .com. If you go to .com, you're going to be on the wrong website and you're going to be confused. So you can either type it into your URL address or you can just go to Google Classroom and click on the link. When it loads, it's going to look like this. You do not have an account yet, so you can't sign in. You're going to have to click register. Okay. I've already clicked register, so I'm just going to go ahead and go there. You're going to notice it's asking you for a registration code. So if you go back to Google Classroom, you're going to notice I have a post on Google Classroom that says use this registration code to sign up for Everfi. So I'll say class, I'm going to use them as an example. I'm going to copy, Control-C, that registration code. I'm going to go to Everfi, paste it, and then it should allow me to move forward. I want you to set up your accounts pretty specifically. So it's going to ask you for your birthday. I don't care if you give them your real birthday or not. I do want you to give them your real birth year. So my birthday's in July, but just for an example, I'm going to say May 5th. And let's just say I was born the same time y'all were born, 2005 or 2006. All right. Go ahead and put your name in there. Notice that it says your email address is optional, so you don't have to do that. However, if you want to put an email address in, use your school email address for your username. This is very important. Okay, I need to be able to know what it is that you used. Okay, and I don't know Disco Chick 77 or whatever. Okay, so for your username, if you'll notice, these are students who have been on my computer in the past, who have borrowed my computer to access Everfi. It's their username that allows them to log on to their Chromebook. So for an example for me, my name is David, so it would be my first initial. My last name is Smothers, so it'd be my last initial. And let's just make up a student ID. Let's say my student ID was 072998764. That's a little long, but I'm just trying to use things as an example. Okay, for your password, just so that everybody's using the same, just so that everybody's on the same page. And if you forget your password in the future, I'll be able to tell you what it is. I want everybody to use the password Cougars1234. Okay, just like we used for something else that we did. I don't remember what it was. Oh, no, I don't know. Anyways, Cougars1234. Capital C OUGARS 1234. By using Cougars1234, if you forget your password in the future, you're going to be able to email me and say, Mr. Smothers, I forgot what our password was. And I can tell you it's Cougars1234 with a capital C. If you make up your own password, I'm not going to be able to know what your password is and to be able to help you get in. Okay, so I can access your account and reset your password, but it's a bigger process to do that than if you just follow my directions and use the password Cougars1234 with a capital C. Okay, so capital C OUGARS 1234. And if I show the password, you can see Cougars1234. Right. So it's creating my account. I would recommend you, if your Chromebook asks you to remember your account information, I would do that. I would press save. This is just a fake account, so I'm not. I'm going to click next. When you scroll down, you have one course available to you, right? And that one course available to you is called Future Smart. Okay, and this is a course that the creators of this website designed, and it's geared toward 8th grade students to help them manage money, to learn how to manage money. It's going to teach you things. Well, let's just click start. And I'll just walk you through and show you what it's going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and click on this do not show, because I don't want that to pop up every single time. All right, right off the bat, it's going to ask you to take a survey. All right, here's the deal. I don't care if you take this survey or not. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect you. It's not graded. This is just a survey that helps this website know more about you. And I don't care if they know more about you or not. So you don't have to answer any of these questions. Okay? Let me say that again. You do not have to answer any of these questions. Just scroll down, click next. It's going to say, hey, you haven't answered any questions. Say, I don't care, continue anyways. Scroll down, click next, or whatever it says. I can't see it, but I think it says next. Scroll down, next, continue anyway, and then you're done. Okay, so the survey's over with. You didn't have to answer any of the questions. All right. And it's going to take you back to your dashboard. So I believe there's 7 different lessons. This is what I was saying. I'm going to go ahead and click do not join. There's 7 different lessons. Okay, we're not going to do all 7 in one day. Each of these lessons takes about 30 minutes apiece, and we're going to start with Welcome Mayor. And basically, it's going to have you name your town, and then it's going to answer some questions. It's going to ask you some questions about yourself, what you know about money, and what your strategies are for managing money, things like that. Okay. And then that's all I want you to do right off the bat. Okay. And I want y'all to do that by Friday. So starting on Monday, we're going to move on to smart shopping. Okay. Here's what I want you to know. This one right here should take you maybe 5 or 10 minutes. All right. It's not very hard. But here's what I want you to know. In each one of these modules, there's 7 different modules. And each module, there's going to be questions that it's going to ask you to respond to. Okay. I see those questions. I'm going to have to grade those questions. So, keep that in mind when you're responding. Don't type in, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done, right? Because then I'm going to see that. So, keep that in mind. At the end of every lesson, there's going to be a 10-question test about what you learned in the lesson. Okay. So that 10-question test is going to go into the grade book. So you're going to need to be able, maybe you take notes throughout the module or whatever, but at the end of the lesson, you're going to need to be able to recall what was presented to you during the lesson. And like I said, these lessons take maybe 30 minutes. They're not real long. Good news is you can take these tests over and over and over and over again. Okay, as many times as you need to until you get the grade that you want to receive. So let's say that on our first lesson, smart shopping, you get to the end, you didn't really pay attention a whole lot, you make a 6 out of 10, okay, which is a D. All right, and if a D goes in the grade book and you have an A D will bring your grade down. Good news is you can click up here on these 3 bars at the top of your screen. You can click scores, and then I haven't finished the test yet, but for you, it'll show you 60% on here. You can click on that and it'll say retake assessment. Okay. And it'll allow you to retake the test over and over and over and over again until you make 100%, if that's the score that you want to make. Okay. So just keep that in mind. A couple of other things that are in that same tab. There's a resources section. And then you'll notice right here, there's a glossary. Okay, so if you get to the test at the end of the lesson and there is a vocab word that you don't remember, what I would suggest you doing is clicking on the 3 bars, going to the glossary, and it should open in a tab. It doesn't leave what you're doing here. And you can see exactly what everything it is it's asking you about. So an associate's degree, for example, we've talked about those before, but an associate's degree typically takes 2 years after high school to achieve. So on lesson 1, if it says, how much education does someone who has an associate's degree have? You would say 2 years, right? Okay, so pretty straightforward. Anyways, that should allow you to create an account. You should be registered. Again, today's Wednesday. Right now, y'all should be finishing up those posters. I have 140 students each day. Right now, 46 students have turned their posters in. Okay, they're due today, so I know y'all are finishing that up. But transitioning, tomorrow's assignment, Thursday and Friday, what I want you to do is create an account, log into EverFi, and I want you to click on Welcome Mayor. And again, what it's going to do is it's going to ask you some questions about what you know about money, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to get to name your town. Maybe you can name it Awesomeville or Smotherston or whatever, right? And things like that. All right, and that's all I want you to do until Friday. So starting on Monday, you'll do smart shopping, and then we'll move on down the list. But between Thursday and Friday, or Wednesday and Friday, if you're already done with your poster, I want you to create an account with EverFi, click on the module Future Smart, go in, and you're going to do Welcome Mayor. Okay, you don't have to do any of the others. All right, that's all I've got for you. So for those of you who have already turned in your posters, I think they look pretty awesome. For those of you that haven't, way to procrastinate for a week. I gave you something that should take you about an hour, and 7 days later, some of y'all still haven't done it. But I believe y'all will probably get those turned in, and I bet they're going to look great too. Other than that, that's it. So I've got a Zoom meeting going on right now, actually. So I'm going to finish this video, go hop on Zoom, and hopefully I'll turn your posters in and then do this first module. All right. See y'all the next time I talk to you. Bye-bye.